Jetzt geht es los. Epischer Anfang. Herzlichen Glückwunsch zum Wiedereinschalten, genau. Herzlich willkommen zurück. So, wir machen jetzt die Tür auf.
It's you. Again.
Hello. Is this flat number 8?
Nein.
My name is Rita Tickle from the Happy Nanny Agency. May I come in, please?
Nein.
I've told you already. You're too late.
You have? I thought I got the wrong door last time.
It's the right door. I was looking for a nanny, but I'm not anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. You were looking for a nanny. I have 10 years experience and training in child discipline techniques and behavioural psychology. Also, I am known for good personal hygiene, strong work ethics, and I only take one break every 5 hours. Just to use the restroom.
Wow, that sounds really great. But I'd like you to go away now.
You don't need a nanny.
Nope. I've decided to give my baby up for adoption.
You're an evil person. You'll go to hell for doing that to your baby.
Und sie sieht aus, als würde sie... Alter, sowas würde ich nie an meine Kinder lassen. Oh.
I've already been to hell. They don't want me there.
So, jetzt aber können wir nochmal in der Küche gucken. Ne, gibt's nichts. Oh. Das hatten wir schon. Hatten wir alles schon. Okay. Warum kommt jetzt denn keiner wieder? Okay, jetzt könnten die im Moment rauskommen. Vielleicht passiert das jetzt, wenn ich da an der Tür geguckt habe. Nee. Komisch. Muss ich jetzt woanders hin? Okay, ein Treppenhaus können wir nicht. Okay. Schere. Ah, pass auf. So, ich habe Ideen. Aber eigentlich brauchen wir doch für was anderes.
These scissors seem sharp enough.
Jetzt mach's bitte.
Let's create some diversion. I hope this is what Mitzi had in mind.
Oh, jetzt ist die Schere weg. Ich habe gedacht, wir brauchen das für das Kleid. Oh mein Gott, die Musik ist nicht gut.
Oh, not that again.
What happened to the lights? I'm terrified of the dark. I can't move. Oh God, can't breathe.
Calm down, it's alright. Probably just that stupid mirror. It must have run out of money again. It's not even that dark.
Please, you got to do something about it. I think I'm going to faint.
Wie sie jammert.
Fine, just stay in my bedroom. There'll still be plenty of sunlight there at this time of the day. I'll go outside and put some money on the meter. It'll only take a minute.
So. Fernseh untersuchen. Großer Fernseher. Großes Fenster.
Right.
Los mit.
Let's do it.
Was müssen wir jetzt machen?
Is that you, Mrs. Ashworth? What happened?
No idea. Maybe it's a blackout, like in the old days.
It's probably just the meter. Let me see.
Okay.
So it's not her either. What a waste of time. It's time to leave. This interview is over.
Jetzt ist es drin. Ich gucke jetzt nochmal bei ihr. Nee. Küche. Fotos. Nee, kennen wir alles schon. Okay. Tür.
I don't get it. The cable's been cut. But why would anyone do that?
I think we're going to go now. This whole power cut gave me a terrible headache.
Was that you, Jesse?
Oh
But
nein.
we haven't finished yet. Have you changed your mind about the job?
No, of
Wer
course
ist das?
not.
Oh nein.
I'm just scared of darkness. And I still feel sick, you know. Perhaps we can continue some other time.
Oh nein, jetzt kommt der andere Typ auch noch dazu.
I've had it. I'm getting a new fuse box.
Was that you, Jesse?
Yeah. How are you doing, Pauline?
Well, we need the power back. Can you do something?
Yeah, I can easily fix that. There's an electrical store that's open till late. I'll get some stuff and I'll be back before you know it.
Bear in mind it's not just the fuse box, it's the cable this time.
I'll get a new cable too, don't worry. But in the meantime, go home, find some candles and chill, yeah?
Thanks, Jesse. That's awfully nice of you.
Well, it was great seeing you, but we're going to leave now.
Hello.
Who's that?
My name is Rita Tickle.
Rita who? What the hell is going on here? Do you know this woman, Mrs. Ashworth?
I've never seen her before in all my life.
Okay,
Now she'll think we are absolutely crazy.
I wouldn't worry too much. You're not exactly the most popular neighbor in the house, anyway.
Thanks.
What? You don't actually care what those idiots think, do you?
No, of course not. It's just that Pauline seems all right. I'm not too proud of causing her all this trouble.
It'll get fixed soon. Look, Jesse's gone out. We can now get inside flat 7 and see what he's been up to.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
We can also cross Pauline off the list. I've searched through her internet history, and needless to say, there's nothing exciting there.
okay. Okay. Das Ding ist halt, wie kriegen wir denn jetzt... So, wir gehen erstmal... Ich will noch mal ins Erdgeschoss gucken. Adresse an Joe Davis. Er wohnt gegenüber von Wohnung 3. Achso, ja, okay, das war das. Oh, Entschuldigung, ich habe gerade einen Schluck getrunken. Ich muss noch rein. So. Rohre. Kellerluke. Hier dieser Keller, der ist auch echt. Wir können schneiden.
We need to make some adjustments.
Ich bin gespannt, wie es aussieht. Schnipp, schnapp, schnapp, schnipp, 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 schnapp, 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 schnipp, 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 schnipp.
Now this is a dress worthy of the cat widow.
Why don't you admit it was too small for you?
Ha ha, bloody ha. Why don't you just shut up? Whoever wore this dress probably hadn't eaten in years. You'd struggle to get a skeleton into it.
Nee. Auch nicht. Können wir jetzt die Farbe da... Oh, die können sie nicht zutun. Ja, blöd. Ich weiß immer noch nicht. Jetzt ist es schon ein bisschen... Jetzt ist es auf jeden Fall schon mal kaputt. Jetzt müssen wir nur noch... Warum kann ich das nicht irgendwo hinstellen? Keine tolle Farbe. Okay, vielleicht müssen wir jetzt wirklich da oben rein. Oh mein Gott, ey. Wir haben ja fast die ganze Wohnung durch. Ich weiß auch schon wieder nicht, wie lange ich aufgenommen habe. So, wir müssen 4. Etage. Ich bin gespannt. Eigentlich auch irgendwie nicht. Bestimmt. Verschlossen. Klar. Kein Verschloss. Ach. Ja, sorry. So. Nicht reden, knacken.
Now that he's gone, we can get inside.
Yes, let's do that.
I'll close my eyes and you pick that lock, Mitzi.
Okay, but no peeking.
I'd never. You've really hurt my feelings now.
Yeah. Now close them.
So. Der Job ist erledigt. Hat sie nicht gesagt, aber stand da. Fuck it.
Jesus, are these...
Ja, nicht cool.
Relax, Mrs. A. They're just Halloween masks.
Oh, good. That's good. Because I swear, if I see another bloody head...
Oh, welche nehmen wir denn? Alle. Ich hasse Clowns. Ich würde darunter schrecklich schwitzen. Okay, die Hockeymaske. Die... Welche hat's jetzt? Genommen? Die Susan? Oder wir? Die Maske, okay. Pflanzen. Untersuchen. Nee, weiter. Okay. Echt langsam machen. Da ist der PC. Klappt nicht, kein Strom. Steckdose. Warte, wir haben doch hier... Zack. Benutzen. Na, endlich. Ah, okay.
So, who's got windows over this side of the building?
Now this is a dress worthy of the cat widow. I guess we could also check one flat below Joe's. I just hope the cable's long enough.
Let's find out, shall we?
Ah, okay. Oh nein. Was? Ah, okay, man kann den Verkehr... Jetzt fehlt uns ein Kabel, das ist doch richtig ruhig. Hier gibt's doch genug Kabel. Jetzt müssen wir dahin. Okay. Ah. Okay, ja. Eine Idee. Können wir das Tuch wieder nehmen? Können wir hier jetzt reingehen? Nein, können wir nicht. Denn... Lesen. Okay. Ja, okay, das ging einfach so auf. Ah, da ist das Stromkabel. Okay. Dann können wir jetzt ja wieder zurück. Mein Ohr juckt. Entschuldigung, mein Ohr hat gejuckt. Treppenhaus. Oh weia, was passiert jetzt nur als nächstes? Geknackt hat sie doch schon, genau. Oh, nicht, dass er schon wieder da ist.
Right. I should be able to use that computer now. Could you give me 5 minutes, Mrs. A?
Sure. Why not? I'll keep an eye on the door.
Oh, Kacke. Das ist nicht gut. Was passiert jetzt? Kein Schreck kriegen?
It's not him either. God damn it!
Krass. Oh nein. Oh nein. Scheiße. Ah, das ist falsch, was ich jetzt mache. Ah, nee. Doch. Hier ist falsch. Wir müssen jetzt erstmal ins Erdgeschoss. Oh mein Gott. Treppe.
This is it.
Ach,
We've
was.
got all we need.
Great! Are you going to tell me about the cat widow now?
Yes, it's story time, Mitzi. The legend says there was once a bad man who hated cats.
Aha, er hasst auch Nachbarn und seinen Job. Okay. Irgendwas hängt jetzt.
He hated his bald head and his weak, ugly body. He probably hated himself the most, although he would never admit it.
I think I see where this is going.
One day, out of pure hatred for the whole world and everything that lives, he captured a family of cats and drowned them all in the river. That day, the sun turned black and all the birds went silent as the 6 kittens struggled for life. But, trapped in a strong canvas bag, they never had a chance. They all died that day. All but one. The mother cat, in a desperate fight to set herself free, by pure luck clawed her way out of the bag and swam to the shore. She stayed on the bank of the river for a while. The world stopped turning for her, her eyes empty and blind. Her heart crashed into pieces as she watched their limp dead bodies stolen by the current. Running after them, she followed them for days, for as long as she could. Then, eventually, she lost sight of them. She stayed on the bank of the river for a while. The world stopped turning for her, her eyes empty and blind. And then, one day, she slowly slid down the bank and into the cold, dark water. She gave in to it. She let the river take her away too, cover her mouth, her ears, her eyes. But as the water filled her lungs and she started slipping into darkness, there was another strange feeling that burst in her mind like a ball of flames. Anger, rage even. Her last craving, before she drowned, was for revenge, for blood. And so she returned, reborn and changed, a cat widow, veiled in black, mistress of the cats. Her body of a young woman, but her eyes of a cat, and her face, white, rotten, face of a corpse. Those who saw it rarely lived to tell the tale. She would get her revenge on all cat killers and cat torturers, but there was someone she had to see first, someone special, someone she really hated the most. As the evening came, it was strangely quiet in the man's flat. As he lived alone, he usually liked to fill the silence with the sound of radio or TV shows. But that night, he switched them all off, feeling anxious and tired after work.
Okay, ist cool. Jetzt bin ich mal gespannt.
He tried to sleep, but couldn't. And for once, there wasn't anyone there he could blame for it. As he stared through the window, he kept thinking about how much he hated that view. He liked it once, a long time ago, when his wife was still there and they were happy together. Suddenly, he heard knocking on the door. Some part of him was glad, because that meant he could take it out on whoever decided to bother him.
Okay. Die Mucke ist auch cool.
There was nobody there. He almost felt disappointed, but before he turned to walk away, he suddenly noticed something down the hall. On a nearby wall, there was a giant shadow of a cat. He stopped again. He couldn't believe his eyes. Someone wrote "Cat Killer" on his door.
Ach was, Leute, passt mal auf, Alter.
He had a passion for trains. Although he hated being a train driver, he had always enjoyed watching them move. But now, his train model was moving all on its own. He was absolutely certain he'd left it switched off. And yet, there it was, running at crazy speed. Remote control missing. Something was seriously wrong. And that something had entered his home now too.
Oh, krass, ey.
He hoped he was just imagining things, tired as he was. But there was another surprise waiting for him in his bedroom. Cat Widow is here, was written all over the wall.
Oh, krass. Wie heftig.
As in a dream, he went to the kitchen to get a drink.
Alter Schwede, Leute. Krass.
There was no water. He knew there were valves in the basement that turn it off, but no one's been down there for years. He felt sick. None of this made any sense. And yet, deep down, he knew what he did to the cats was wrong. There was a part of him that almost wanted to be punished. The part he tried so hard to hide. He thought he'd heard something in the corridor. Was there someone there with him? His head was spinning. He felt ambushed, trapped, like an animal. He had to get out of there. Getting really scared now, he decided to call the police.
Okay.
His phone was of no use. The SIM card had been removed, and that wasn't even the worst part. There was a photo of a black cat set as screensaver. He remembered this cat. He'd watched that strange pest control man put it in a cage and into his van. He'd looked at it through the window for a while, then pulled the curtains and went to bed.
Heftig. Wisst ihr, was hier passiert?
He stopped, paralyzed. He'd heard something right in front of him. A whisper. More like a her.
Geil.
She was there, in the dark corner of his living room, waiting. Black veil covering that pale, dead face. And yet, he could almost feel Cat Widow's eyes piercing through him.
Oh nein.
Cat Widow aimed a shotgun at his chest and fired.
Tut mir leid, Leute, das musste ich jetzt machen. Sorry. Alter.
Really?
Wirklich?
Your sick imagination is running wild again, Mrs. A.
Right, so that never really happened either.
Also, okay.
She came closer, like a ghost,
Cool.
and swiftly removed the veil. She came back for him, to take him to the river, to make him pay for what he'd done. As he looked into her eyes, he could feel the world spinning around him, his knees go weak, his pants suddenly wet around his crotch. As much as he hated life, he didn't want to die either. Inside, he was just a big, stinking coward. And then he fainted.
Boah.
Did you see his face? I knew he'd fall for this.
Yeah, we scared the living shit out of him. Now that's teamwork. Are you sure he won't know it was you, though?
Oh, he probably will, once he's had time to think about what happened. But he's too proud to ever admit he's been beaten by a woman. I know him just about enough to know that.
Let's hope so. I don't want you to get in trouble because of me.
No. That was something I had to do for myself. And I feel much better for it.
The only problem now is that we still haven't found Eye of Adam. Because it definitely isn't Brian. The only problem now is that we still haven't found Eye of Adam. Because it definitely isn't Brian.
Oh, okay.
Let's cross him off the list.
Oh, Leute.
Well, that means we've checked everyone. We've hit a brick wall. Perhaps I was wrong. Maybe he doesn't live here at all.
I think we need to sleep on it. And we might get some more ideas in the morning. Shall we head back home?
Yeah, I do feel tired. You're right, we need some sleep. Really wish there was an elevator in this building.
Kacke.
What's that? A note? What does it say, Mrs. A?
You will not believe it.
Oh no.
Meet me at midnight, both of you. I will wait. Flat 5. Door will be open. Do not fear. Eye of Adam.
Flat 5. That's the old guy. Can't be. It can't be him.
I guess we'll find out. At midnight. We've got a few hours until then. Let's get some coffee.
Boah. Was passiert? Jetzt? Oh, ich habe Angst. Ich will nicht. So, aufhören. Fuck. Warum ist das jetzt gerade so? Es gibt doch wieder einen Schreck. Oh, nein. Es darf nicht direkt weitergehen. Was zur Hölle?
It's just you and me, my love. No one will find us here.
Was?
Stop worrying, Ivy. It will be all right. I will always love you. You know that. I'm gonna make you all better.
Alter. Was zur Hölle? Boah. Chapter 7. Das letzte Kapitel, Leute. Ich hoffe, ich kann jetzt speichern. Nicht den Troll füttern. Auf keinen Fall. Ach was. Was? Hallo? Ich will doch nur speichern. Ah! Das ist ein räudiges Bild. Ich kann nichts machen. Ich kann nichts machen. Ich nehme schon vor lange auf. Das wird wieder eine ewig lange Folge. Ach so, okay, es wurde mir gesagt, dass Mitternacht ist. Okay. Nicht jetzt schon machen. Nein, nicht jetzt einfach schon gehen. Bevor die nächsten Dialoge kommen. Okay. So, Leute. Ich muss speichern. Unbedingt. So. Damit mache ich den Folgestopp. Vielen Dank fürs Einschalten. Es war... Boah. Hui. Jetzt geht's ins letzte Kapitel. Danke fürs Reinschauen und wir sehen uns. Bis dann, Leute. Tschüss.